Hello friends, and welcome to this quick tutorial on how to assign our new club officers for the next fiscal year. We will start off with this tutorial going to my Lions portal. I've already logged into my portal. As you can see, my name's here. And we see down here my membership, my club, my district, my association. What we're going to want to do today is click on my club. Now we see, going into my club, you'll see the name of your club that you're assigned to. And we're going to come over to this side, on this side where it's got member actions. And we're going to go down to right here, manage club officers. Click on that. Now we see the part that says manage club officers. Select from the options below. We want to now say create a new assignment. Next. Now you should see when this assignment will begin. It's either going to be this current Lions year or the upcoming Lions year. We are planning on our new officers for the next upcoming year, so we click on that. Go to next. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, but not that bad. What is the officer and title type for this title? Now, I've already got a couple of my officers already put in. And the thing is, you don't have to wait until May or April. Actually, you could do it. You could start putting in your new club officers starting March 1st of that year, of this year. So I'm going to click on officer. Okay. Now you see the title type here is official, and you can go two things here. You can go official or local. Right now we're going to stick with official, and we're going to go to next. Now under next, you see the officer's title up here. When you click that, you'll see all of your officers, your directors, vice presidents, coordinator, chairpersons. These are the titles that under the current board policy manual for Lions Clubs International, these are our official officers of the club that they recognize. So as you see, I got my club president. We've already done that one, and I believe I've done the first vice president, and we've done the second president. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth looking at my list that we have. But right now we're going to go look on club president, and from club president I can bring it down to who it is that we're looking to name as our club president. So I click on his name, click next, and it says there are no vacant positions available. Please preview the current list for assignments. Okay. So what we're going to see there, what that's telling me is we have already put in our club president. So now we're going to come here again. I'm going to now try, because I know we put in our first president, and I've also put in myself as club administrator. So now I'm going to try the vice president, because I'm not sure if I put that person in yet. So we click on Chris, next, and okay, so we have not put Chris in as our second vice president yet. So I just say it. So would you like to add an officer's update address? Okay, we say yes. We click next, and it's going to go to his home address. So we're going to say save, because there's no changes to be made. Okay, now would you like to create another officer title assignment? Now what I'm going to do here is, you notice it's already defaulted to no, so I'm going to say no. Okay, now what we want to do is I'm going to show you something here of what we just did. So we're going to go manage club officers again, and we're going to go to wait a minute, let's back out of here, And we want to see, we don't want to manage them, we want to view. Sorry about that. We're going to come down to view club officers. Now we're going to look at our future. So we're going to click on future, next, and as you can see, it has populated our list. My name here is the club administrator, line Brown as our club president, line Lance, and line Chris, and it automatically puts their email, and it also puts the starting date of their term of office. And also here, you can't see it too good. See, there it goes. You can see here their end date, and over here you can't see that column, but it will show their member's address there. Okay, so we're going to close out, and so we now going to go back to manage club officers. Click there, create a new assignment, go next, upcoming Lions year, next, officer type, officer, official is what we're looking for, the official titles. And under the official titles, we'll click up here, and it's going to show all of our official titles. So now we've already done myself as club administrator, we've done our club president, we've done our vice president, we've done our second vice president. Okay, so now we're going to do our club secretary. So click on club secretary position, and we're going to go down the line, and I'm going to search for the member that's we have chosen to be our club secretary. I click next, and it does its little thing there. Would you like to add an officer's address? Sure. So it shows her address, line Billy Rhonda's, and we say save. And we're going to do this for all the rest of our officers. So would you like to create another officer title assignment? Yes. Click next. Upcoming Lions year. Next. This is the only part that gets a little monotonous, but we keep it still official title type. Okay, we're going up to the officers. Now we're going to look for treasurer. Now we do have an assistant secretary, but we're going to show that here a little later. So we got treasurer, and that is going to be myself. Enter. And would you like to add an address? I'm going to say no, because my address is already there under administrator. Okay. So I'm just going to say that. Now we're going to go to the next one, create another one, next, upcoming Lions year, click there, click next, officer type, officer, and official, yes, it's going to be official, our official titles for the club. So now we're going to look for that officer's title. We've done the treasurer, we've done the president, the secretary. Let's see who else I got. Membership chair. Okay, our membership chair. We're going to go down, and I'm going to find our club member that we have placed in that position. Let's see now. Right here. Lion Jim. Next. And we're going to say, let's add an address for Lion Jim. Okay, we see that. We're going to say save. And if you look up here, it says success. Note, portal users' permissions may take 24 hours to fully activate. What that is saying is, for next year, these officers will have access to different things that deals with their particular title. And it will take 24 hours for this to take effect. And I'm not sure to be exact, but I don't really believe they will have full access under their titles until July 1. Uh, but if they happen to currently have those positions now, I believe they'll be okay, and they can still go in as they always do in the My Portal and log in and do their thing. So we're going to add another person here under the official upcoming Lions year officer. Next, that's all right. We're looking for official types here. Okay, we're going to look and see. Now we've done our membership chair. Let's see. We have a club director. Now, in our case, we have 3 people at a time serve as a club director. So we're going to put them in. Let's see what happens here. Club director. And we're going to call them, these are going to be what we normally call a 2-year director. So we're going to put them as club directors. So I'm going to look for Lion Tommy Metcalf. His name, there he is. Okay, and the thing is, you can't just click on a bunch of names at once. It won't let you do that. You can only do one at a time, and I'll show you that. But I don't think it'll let us do 2 names at once. Let's see. No, it will not. So you can only do 1 name at a time. So click there. All right. We're going to say yes. For his address, we're going to say save. Okay. Now this is something that's going to be a little bit tricky. So let's see what happens. I want to add another. Remember, I want to add 2 more directors to this line. So let's see if it'll let us do that. Let's see what it'll do. I'm not sure about this. Again, I'm kind of learning as we go as well. So we're going to see what we got. We're looking for line Patty. So I'm just going to scroll down a little fast here. Sorry. I'm going a little too quick with it, but I think you should get the gist that I'm just looking for people here. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's just see what it does. A while ago, you remember when I tried to do a club president, it wouldn't let me put his name in twice because he is already in there. So let's see if this will work. Okay. And I'm going to, oh yeah, we want to do another assignment. Upcoming Lion year. So we're going to try for our 3rd director's position for our club. Okay, so I'm going to do director again. And our 3rd director is going to be Lion Don. Okay, so I'll say next. And to double check, I want to add his address. Save. Now it's going to go out of here once it does that. And we're going to say no. Okay, I don't want to add any more right now. But what I want to do is I want to come over here, still in our member actions part. I'm going to come down to view club officers. I'm going to click on which officers would you like to see? Future. Next year's officers. Future. Okay. Now I want to see what we got. Here we go. We got a total of 10 people selected, or 10 items selected. We have myself as a club administrator. We have Brown Gwen again as our president, vice president, Thomas Metcalf as a director, myself as a treasurer, Patty Wiseman and Chris as a director. It's showing our 2nd vice president. It's showing our club secretary shows our membership chair, and of course our third club director. Cool. So, okay. Please select a minimum of 1 row. So I think it's just where we want to maybe hide a row or something. Okay. So we're going to close out here, so we know now we got everything the way we want it on that part. So now we're going back to manage club officers again. Create a new assignment. Next. Upcoming lion year. Next. Officer. Official type, title. Official. Next. And we click up here to find out what that officer's title is. So now we've done the director. Now we need an LCIF coordinator. So we're going to scroll down. Now for our club, we kind of follow suit with what Lions International does. That past, whoever is your past club president or immediate past becomes, for our club anyway, our LCIF coordinator. So we put that in there. Would you like to add an address? Sure. And we say yes. Save that. Okay. Now we move to create another officer assignment. Upcoming year. Next. And we're going to say officer because we still have a few titles that they look at. Let's see. We have a membership chair. I think we've done that already. Let's see. Club service chairperson. Let's see. Do we have that? Yes, we do. We have a club service chair. And that's going to be Line Bernie. And we're going to put add our address. Save. And I think we may have one more. If we haven't, let me go back again. I'm going to say no. I want on that, and I want to go back to view club officers, and I want to view these club officers to see if I haven't already put in our club membership chair. Okay, so I think we got them. We got all of the main officers. So I'm going to click there. Now I'm going to go back to manage club officers and see if there's anything else that I need. I think there might be one more. So we're going to create a new assignment. Next. Upcoming Lions year. Next. Officers type, officers. Official, then that's what we're looking at. This is what Lions International looks at as official titles or officers' titles. We got a club marketing chairperson. I think that covers it all. I think we got it all now. So now, let's see. We have Lion Cheryl as our club marketing person. So I believe we got, and I'm going to add her address for her. Save. Okay, we got all of that. Now we're going to create another officer's title. Now this one is going to get interesting because in the past there was a spot where you could, where under the old My Lion or portal, whatever we want to refer to it, there was a spot where we could, I'm going to say officer. Okay, so now we see an officer type and we're coming down to local. Now you see it Now this is what's different. You're going to get this warning that says local titles are not recognized in board policy. It will not hold official permissions to manage clubs. Local titles are unofficial and will not show on reports. So I'm not sure what all that means exactly. I don't know if, like, when you go to view your officers, well, let's just take a look and see what happens. But here we're going to give our local officer. Now we're going to say we done a first, second president. We're going to do immediate past president. Immediate past president. Next. So for our immediate past president, I know where he is. We're going to stick that there. Okay, would you like an officer's address? I'm going to say no, since we've already put him in under something else, under the LCIF coordinator. So we're going to say no. Now, just for our review, let's just take a quick look, because this is new to me as well. So I'm going to say, we're going to exit out. We're going to say, would you like to create another officer title? It's already saying no. So it takes us out. Let's look and view what our club officers look like. Future officers. Next. Let's see what we have. Okay, so now we see our local officer here is now being shown. All right, so cool. So we do that for all of our other local officers that we didn't see in that first view. Create new assignment. Next. Upcoming Lions year. Next. Officers type. We want it to be an officer. And we're going to say local instead of official this time. Again, we get this message. So now we want assistant secretary. Assistant secretary. Okay, next. And for that position, we're going there. Next. Again, we already have our address in there, so I'm not going to say add it. We're just going to say next. Okay, we want to create another officer assignment, so we'll keep going. Upcoming Lions year. And now we're going to do officer, because that's what we're looking at. Local. Assistant treasurer. Assistant treasurer. And for our club, we actually have 2 assistant treasurers. So we'll have to do this twice. And on him, since I don't have his address saved there, so we're going to save it. And then we'd like to create another assignment. Yes. Upcoming Lions year. Officer type that we want to create is an officer. And it's a local title. Again, assistant treasurer. And you might want to say number 2 or something. Say like something like this, 2. Put that down. Do it that way, or just leave it assistant treasurer. But let's just do it that way, this way, so we can distinguish that there are actually. Well, we didn't do that on directors, did we? So let's just see that. Let's just leave that. Next. And that person will be Lion Dustin. Next. And we're going to add his address. So it shows his address that Lions International recognizes. And we're going to say save. Okay. Now we're getting ready for our tail twisters. So let's go next. Under create upcoming year. This is an officer's position, but it's local position. Tail twister. Tail twister. And we say next. And our tail twister will be Lion Phillip. So I'm going to scroll down to Lion Phillip. And I know this is taking a little time, but I figure I'll do this, put my officers in at the same time as going through this tutorial. So that way everyone can see it. We save Lion Phillip's address. And it does its little thing. And then we're going to create another officer title. Upcoming Lions year. Next. The officer's type is officer. And for our club, we only have one administrator. So, and for most clubs, that's all you're going to have is one administrator. So therefore, you don't need to click on administrator, just officer. And the type of officer is going to be a local club level office that the local club recognizes. We just did tail twister, so let's type that in again. Okay, next. And we're going to look for Lion Deborah. Let's see, right there. Click on her, highlight her, click next. Would you like to add an officer's address? Yes. Next. There's her address. We say save, click there. Okay, we're just about there because we got our Lions tamer and we have our 1 year director. So we're going to go here. Next, we're going for Lion tamer, so upcoming Lions year. Officer, this will be a club officer, but they are going to be considered a local office. Lion tamer. Okay. Now we're going to look for the name of our lion tamer. We have 2 for our clubs, so we're going to have to do this twice. Let's see. Lion Jacob. Next. And we're going to do an address save for him. Save. Okay, now we're going to add another officer title. Next. Upcoming Lions year. This is going to be an officer of the club, and it's going to be a local, considered a local officer of the club. Lion, T-A-M-E-R, tamer. Again, local titles are not recognized in the board policy. It will not hold official permissions to manage clubs. So these are positions that they can't really change stuff. They can't bill or order stuff for the club and be billed or paid to clubs dues, international dues. They can't post service projects. Only those that are under official club officers. Let's see, now we're looking for Lion Phillip this time. Phillip McDonald. Okay, so we're looking for Phillip McDonald, and we're going to say next. So that's what that pretty much addresses, is those folks, like usually, and anyway, in the past, your Lion your lion tamers and tail twisters couldn't do much online stuff anyway, other than what they needed to do for their personal selves. But as far as doing club business, they couldn't do that. So that's kind of what that does. So any of the local designated offices is what that does. So we got our lion tamers, we got our tail twisters. Now we do our last 3 one-year directors. So upcoming year, this is us. Even though they're still officers considered officers of our club, they are what Lions International considers local officers. 1 year director. Okay, next. So now I'm going to look for who was our 1-year director. Okay, there's a Heather. I'll get her right off the bat since hers right down to alphabetical order. And I'm not sure if I put her address in or not already for something else I can't remember, so we're going to just say save. It's not going to hurt anything there. Okay, got 2 more. Yes, for creating officer assignment. Upcoming year. Officer. Local. 1 year director. I think I may try to speed up this process. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna copy that for the next one. Okay, next. Our next one is Lois or Mary. Let's see what they put in here. I think it's going to be Mary. Yes. So she's our next one. And we say yes. First, we want to save the address for line Mary. And we have 1 more to do, and we are done with putting in our club officers. And I think, if I'm not, I may be wrong, I don't think I am, but I believe our multiple district as well as district cabinet secretary can pull this information up when they see it. Let's see, we saved this a while ago. Yes, all right, don't have to do a lot of typing. Okay, next. Okay, now we're looking for Lion Lois Shinkle. So since this is alphabetical, we'll just go down. There we go. Lois. Next. Yes, we would like to add an officer's address. It populates, we see it. Like I said, it says if an address is different from updated now. So from there, you would have to go right here. You could change the address here, everything, all that information there, and then just save it. Okay, I think we are done, my friends. We have all of our officers. Would you like to create another officer title? No. So we're going to go yes. Then we're going to come down and check our work. So let's go view club officers. Future year or future officers. Next. Okay, 24 people, 24 different selections. So there I am as our club administrator, our club president, first vice president. We have our primary 2-year directors, even though we don't say 2-year, but they're 2 years, club directors, all 3 of them. We have our club second vice president, club secretary, club treasurer, assistant treasurer, assistant treasurer. We have our membership chair. Now we're showing a third club director. Yeah. Now we're showing our immediate, which you remember, for us, immediate past president is a local title. That's a local title. Director is an official title. Club coordinator is an official title. Club service chair is an official, as well as club marketing. Now we get down to assistant secretary and assistant treasurer. Those are local titles. And again, we see, now it's kind of odd. I'm noticing it didn't put an end date here. I wonder why. Let me check something next. Let's see what we got. All right. I just want to see something there. Just give some information on the member. Let me go back up to manage club officers. I want to see something. End an assignment. Let's see what that does. I just want to see something. Okay. All right. I don't know if we could set that there. And I think I know why, because right now she is currently still, yes, I see what the deal is. Okay, you see there is no end date here. That is because right now Lion Bernie is currently serving as our club secretary. So here we see under club chairperson for next year, her date is showing June 26th. Good, learned something myself there. Let's see if we have any more that way. I think same. So now Deborah's not serving currently now, so I don't know what the deal is there. Let's see. I don't know. That's different. And so is Dustin. Technically he's not serving as that. So that's interesting. So I don't know. That's something interesting there. So let's go back to club officers. That is something that seems weird, but that's what it shows. So we're seeing all of our future officers and their end dates. Maybe it just didn't populate yet. Morris is already still currently serving as assistant treasurer now. Like I said, Bernie is. We know that. Let's see what we got here. So we know that's showing right now. I wonder if I could have just left that alone or something. Now I can see my doodad. Okay, and we see all of these folks are new. There's our one-year directors, our 3 one-year directors, our lion tamer, our 2 tail twisters. So I'm going to assume that end date will come in automatically, showing once everything hits. So I think we're good. Yeah, I don't know what we keep doing with next, but that's all we have. So we saw there, that's all we needed, and we are now done. And up here, like again, it says note success. Portal user permissions may take 24 hours to fully activate. And that is for the people who has those new officers that will have access to being able to manage club members, delegates, view who our club delegates are, all of that, or any other club actions that may need to take place. They can do that from right there. So with that, we're done. We're going to log out, and we're going to end our session now.